This week we started off with our sweet peppers on Wednesday first. We'll get through other things I may or may not have started as well. This clip was taken sideways, but it's the same as last time. All my trays are always numbered. These are old trays, so some of the numbers are fading. So we'll be starting banana peppers. They are from 2022. Some lilac bell peppers. They are also from 2022. This doesn't have a picture, but these are the chocolate bell peppers, also from 2022. Then we have Etudia. I'm going to show the seeds as well in a minute, just because some of them I'm starting to run out. These are my Yellow Wonder peppers. They are a little bit older, from 2021. These red Corno di Toro, they are newer. They are from 2026. The giant Marconi as well, they are newer, from 2026. Back to older peppers, my orange bell pepper, they are from 2022. Then we have these from Johnny Caesar's, my hybrid. They were my Glow F1. They're supposed to be a yellow. They're from 2021. This emerald giant bell pepper is my green. They are new, from 2026. So after planting, I only had like 4 seeds left of this lilac bell. We put it back. These are all I had for the Etudia, so it looks like we ended up using them all and ran out. The same with my Yellow Wonder peppers, because I am putting 4 per cell. They are older seed at this point, and I struggled even trying to get them out of the little baggie. For the orange bell, these are the only seeds I had, which turned out I'm only putting like 4 or 5 back in the bag. So for next year, that's all I got to grow. For my Glow F1, I only got 2 seeds left for next year. Then, as always, you just watch me struggle putting the seeds down into the soil just a little bit and covering it up, and then making sure the soil is kind of packed in there, not too tight, just a little. My favorite cling wrap to seal in the moisture. My favorite part is crossing things out or marking them done. So we got sweet peppers so far. Then we're gonna pull out some of the herbs and things we'd put in the freezer for quote-unquote cold stratification. Again, this is rosemary, culinary herb, from Jera's Garden. Just wanted to show you all the seeds, different sizes, because they're all very different. Here, the mint, also from Jera's Garden. These are like tiny black dots. You will see that most of them are just like these tiny black dots. Thyme, lemon thyme, also tiny black dots is all you see there. This herb from Jera's Garden, tiny black dots, just a little bit bigger though. You can see these better. This French thyme from My Gardener, from last year. I don't think I grew nothing. I haven't done well in growing thyme. These come in a little baggie. It's a whole bunch in there, so do be careful. I about spilled them everywhere. Not the first time either. If there is thyme growing at the bottom of my tray, I wouldn't be surprised, because I dropped so many of these tiny seeds. And then from the Dollar Tree, just $1, well, not even, these are from 2024, back when they were still 25 cents each pack. They don't come in the baggie, they just come at the bottom. And also tiny black dots, so just keeping track of which one's which. This is Roman chamomile. They are from 2024. Nothing grew. I'm not sure why. I'm not really good at some of these herbs. You can tell they are not dots. They are a little bit different. These are a little bit darker in color, from this German chamomile, also from 2024. They didn't grow. They're a little bit lighter in color. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera. They just have this like grayish more tone. Then oregano. I do have one oregano plant that I grew from this, and maybe it'll overwinter and survive. But they are also little tiny black dots, very similar to the other ones. Then I have this strawberry. It's like the tiny strawberries are from 2021. This may or may not grow, but I just wanted to show you the seeds. They're literally just seeds off of the strawberry, from the outside of a strawberry. Who knew? And then lavender. I had some lavender growing outside. I don't know if it'll survive. I have 2 of these Vera lavender. I do really like the smell of lavender. And it did grow another set. These seeds are going to be different, and they smell kind of like lavender. They are a bit bigger. You can see them. You can count them. This Munstead lavender, they are a bit older, from 2022. I think this is the one that survived last year outside. So this one might be the perennial one. Don't have as many in this baggie because I've tried planting them a few times. Then we have parsley. They are from 2025. I don't remember what these look like. They look a little different. This one is the weirdest seed of all. 2024 is Shrivel. I don't know. I could be pronouncing that wrong. It looks like eyelashes. Look at that. And then celery for Miss Tammy, of course. I grew this last year. It grew, but I just don't like the taste. I'm so sorry. I don't like the taste. My poor husband. I don't like the taste, but he does like it. And then asparagus, just because I transplanted my asparagus patch. I don't know if it'll survive. It really might not. These are just circles. I just wanted to show you what it looks like right here. And they are big balls. And then leeks for me and Miss Tammy. I grew them last year, but in the summer, and they all died. Found out they do better in springtime, so we will see. I struggled opening that a little bit, so just grabbed my scissors, and guess what? I retape it shut again. It don't matter. And they look a lot like onion seeds. If you've ever planted onions, they look just like onion seeds. There you go. Then you just surface, well, I surface them. Some of them you can see them on the top. Some I did the bigger ones kind of pushed down, but you can see just the little dots on there through the dirt. They tend to look more brownish against the dirt, although they looked black usually. See these bigger ones? Lavender, you can point them out real easily. Some are hard to see on there, but I made sure there's lots of seeds per cell, so hopefully something grows. So instead of cling wrap, because I don't want the tiny seeds to stick, I just put another tray right on top to keep the moisture in. To my favorite marking things off, like the parsley, the oregano, the celery. I did also do the leeks, the asparagus, the lemongrass I'm gonna cross out, the mustard I'm gonna cross out, the butterfly pea I'm gonna cross out. I did get the lavender, as well as the thyme, the rosemary, the mint, the strawberry. Then I am not going to cross out, but I'm gonna highlight the blackberry and raspberries, just because I am hopeful that that is something that I can still get. Surprise coming later. I'm gonna cross out the ginger and turmeric. I don't really want to do those, and so of course I like to keep everything organized. These are the 2 additional packets that I'm completely out of seeds for, so I do want to keep them here for memory keepsakes, just a reminder. And I don't know, I like to keep them. I don't like to toss them out. Just kind of helps me feel like I did some progress, some accomplishments, because although the packet may say 25 seeds, it's taken me how many years just to get through it, and finally, you know, I'm kind of finished with that packet. Will I rebuy this? I did like those peppers, both of those, but I have so many, it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, I want to rebuy that. So I do need more space. So another black sheet comes in, and here is my tracking. So you remember I have each one numbered and labeled, and I do have some of different colors. I'm putting these with the peppers, the ones that I'm going to track for 4 weeks. And then these I'm only going to track kind of like, did they sprout, and when I transplanted them, then how many transplants I made. These I'm just going to kind kind of notate how many on the pepper side, and for 4 weeks. And then I had just that one loner leek box, so then I just tape everything in and we'll be done. I know these feel like they're starting from right to left. That's because it's easier to write closest to the right side when the binder rings aren't in the way.